Test one, test two. You're gonna test me, I'm gonna test you. You don't like.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Test Talks 2.0. If your name is Bobby Jokes, please tell the people what episode this is. Insert that information here.
It's episode 23.
Okay, again, big shout out to Robert Barbosa, who is the editor of this podcast. He helps me produce this podcast. And we've been kind of doing a remote situation. And you're probably thinking, Tessa, where the fuck were you last week? Well, you know what? I was in the trenches fighting for my life because after Memorial Day weekend, I decided that it would be a good idea to kidnap my 2-year-old niece, Sophia. So we'll get into that. There's a lot of stuff to talk about today, guys. You just sit tight. If you're driving to work, if you're making dinner, just chillaxing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here, okay? You know this is what I want to do. This is my dream, to have a Test Talks 2.0 on a large scale. I want my own show. I've been a co-host for damn near half my fucking existence. It feels like I want to co-host myself, okay, into the future. So blast off, bitches. Here we go. So ConCan, I guess, is becoming a family tradition of sorts, except we didn't invite my mom this time to go. Well, you know what? That actually could be a tradition as well. So a little lore. Here's a little Tessa lore from my youth. My mom and dad were getting divorced when I was young, and I was so relieved because all they did was fucking fight, and they would still hook up, and they would still, like, they got divorced because their egos were so big. I was like, no, I'm filing for divorce. Well, you know what? You can't fucking divorce me because I'm going to divorce you. Like, that's the kind of relationship my parents had. And then they were divorced, and then they kept on dating. Okay, those are the kinds of people who raised me. All right, R.I.P. to one. And that was my ice machine. Okay, it's going to be a brutal summer if that's what my ice machine sounds like today on June 1st. So yes, I'm recording this on June 1st, which I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to all of the blue moon talks. And apparently this hasn't happened in like 40 years where there's going to be a full moon. There's 2 full moons every month or something like that. But I think with this one, it's like, I think the moon's in okay, do not fucking quote me on this. I think the moon's in Sagittarius, but we have a full moon tonight, which is the 1st, and then we have a full moon on the 30th at the end of the month. So it's like this weird season of change. And if you're feeling weird or getting in fights, blame it on the moon. Okay? Blame it on the moon. Anyway, back to my disturbing childhood. But one day, my dad, he was going to take us camping. And I think I've told you guys before, my mom used to always like be able to talk him into going with us. It was just supposed to be like me, my brother, and my dad. But my mom would always be like, well, I'm going too. And she would always like kind of smooth talk her way in there. And inevitably, they'd end up fighting on vacation. Well, this time it was with my dad's friend from work. And I think that friend didn't really like my mom too much. And my dad was like, listen, Martha, you're definitely not going on this trip. She was like, George, I'm fucking going. And I remember she had all of our bags packed for camp, including hers. And when my dad came to pick us up, she was ready to go. She thought she was going. And he was like, no, Martha, like, I'm serious. Like, you're not going. And she told him, George, if you leave me, I'm never going to like fucking forgive you, and when you come back I will have a boyfriend. Bro, she was not lying. I think my mom went to the club that night and she met Allison and JoJo's stepdad Joe, so which is a whole nother bag of tricks. Okay, I don't want to get into it. I've done this thing where I don't because you know I love my siblings JoJo and Allison, I'll never say a bad word about their dad in front of them, or really behind their back either, because it's just not my lane. Where did I learn such morally full, where do I have all these ethics and morals from? Well, it's not from my mom. I'll tell you that much, okay? Because my mom is the queen of fuck them. And I do resort to that sometimes, but I do try to be respectful. I do think there is a boundary that you shouldn't cross with people. I think there are certain things that you just, you know, you have to be respectful of. And that's one of them. So anyway, my brother's fiance is the one that called me, and she was like, hey, would you guys be down to go to ConCan? You know, and it wasn't like a planned thing, but it also wasn't a trip where it was going to be like more younger people. Like there weren't going to be parents and grandparents there. Okay. And that pissed my mom off. Okay. They invited us last minute. We went, and I really just went to kidnap my niece. But Concan was very fun. The river wasn't flowing as usual. It wasn't the best float, but it was fun. It's always nice to get out there, grill some steaks, grill some burgers, drink some wine, and just kind of be out in the country. The hill country of Concan is just so beautiful. And Sophia, I think one more year, she might like the water a little bit more. She's just kind of, she's a little shit, she's a 2-year-old. She's a classic 2-year-old that is the only baby in the family. She just has to grunt, and there's like 8 adults. Like, yes, may I help you? So Concan was fun, and we did take her back. And I don't know if you guys remember this story that I told you about me almost crying at the river because I was thinking about my dad, and then there was a pair of sunglasses in the river. I don't know if you guys remember that story. Well, there was another pair of sunglasses found in the river, but I didn't find them. Jojo found them. And I said, I think those are mine from my dad. And you know what? I already lost those. So that is a lesson for you folks. I used to be the girl that wore Gucci, Prada, Juicy Couture, all these expensive sunglasses. And now I'm the girl who gets them at the dollar store for $1.29 because I will just lose them. I mean, I don't know how to hang on to these things. I feel like my golf bag swallows them up. I feel like my device in my car. What is the device in my car? Glove compartment, the middle console. I feel like it just swallows them up. Or maybe I leave them at restaurants. I probably do. So yeah, I can't keep track of sunglasses these days. I do think now that it is the beginning of summer and it is actual balls fucking hot, there are sunscreen best practices, and you guys know I'm queen sunblock. I think sunblock is my love language. I hate to see people. I always ask people if it's sun, hey, do you have sunblock on? I always carry a little extra sunscreen because it's very important. Base layer, guys. Base layer while you're inside. Okay, don't go outside and like, oh yeah, the sun's out. Let me put some sunblock. No. It's from here until like February, guys. It's gonna be hot, and even in February. Base layer of the thickest, whitest sunblock that you can. That's first. That goes from your neck down to your toes, to your tippy toes. Slather it all on yourself and then let that absorb into your skin. For your face, I want you to get something nice, okay? I want you to break the bank, a little splurgeroo, okay? There's some great Elta MD, Sun Goop. I like, is it La Poche Rosé, which I think you can get at CVS. What else? A face-specific sunblock. Okay, you're going to use that for your face. Okay, that's going to be at the base of all your makeup before you put it on. If you say, Tess, I don't even fucking wear makeup. Great. If you do, make sure your foundation maybe has a little SPF in it. Maybe do a little switcheroo, okay, for the season. It's hot, and I am a golfer girl now. I'm going to look like a fucking lizard in 20 years. But I'm telling you, the sunblock shit is so important. So please, 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 after that thick base layer, then when you're outside in the shade, under a patio, a balcony, a deck, something, that's when I want you to go in with your spray-on sunblock. Now, Sunbum is a pack of 2 for like $25 at Costco right now. So I recommend you go. These sunblocks are getting more expensive. Everything is more expensive these days. You cannot afford to get fucking skin cancer, you guys, especially you wetas and wetos out there. I'm telling you, wear freaking sunscreen. I'm like Baz Luhrmann. Trust me. Baz Luhrmann? Baz. Trust me on the sunscreen, okay? Let's talk about river food, river sandwiches. When you're going on a big float, it used to be cool just to pack a cooler of beer. Not anymore. We need snacks. I'm thinking beef jerky, always very good. Pairs well with beer. Maybe a little fruit snacks. That's always very nice. Do not fucking litter on my river. Don't mess with Texas this summer, guys. You guys are really disgusting sometimes. Not you. I know people that listen to my show aren't like this, but like I'm forever seeing an empty Starbucks container like during a hike. Really, bitch? Not only are you not going to support a local coffee shop, but you're going to leave that shit on a trail somewhere. You are the worst kind of person. Okay, back to the sandwiches on the river. Get the Hawaiian rolls, that orange pack. Okay, cut it in half, do a little mayo, or you could do a little honey mustard, and then we're gonna layer. Okay, we're gonna do cheeses, we're gonna do turkeys, we're gonna do hams, we're gonna throw in some pepperoni for feeling adventurous. We can also do like a mixture of shredded lettuce, tomato, vinegar and oil, all that stuff. You can put that on top. I like putting cheeses on both base layers. That way we're not getting a lot of sog. We're not getting a lot of sog going on. And you can skip the veggies altogether. I will say throw in some pickles. But guys, pat the pickles down, okay? We don't want wet, soggy things. We're already on the fucking river, all right? So get you some good sandwiches. Like I said, Sophia didn't love floating, but I really did have some amazing little moments with her there, just exploring. We went on a little walk. We saw some deer. She's talking a lot more now. Deer, what's that? Look at the bird. I spy trees. You see trees. It's just really, really fun, okay? Also,
Hi, cutie.
Hi, I'm recording. Me and Travis like cannot get in a groove with our timing, and he is just gonna get a big spanking after this. And he's miming to me now that he's sorry. He's worshiping the ground. He's putting his hand to his lips, telling me he's sorry. He is sliding. He is planking on the floor in front of me to show me that he is sorry. Okay, you're forgiven, but please be quiet and don't interrupt my flow. Now's a good time to tell you about the story when we took Sophia back to Victoria. So Victoria is kind of the halfway spot between Houston and Corpus Christi. So we took the Tesla, which normally we take Travis's car, but for whatever reason, we were in the Tesla and we needed to stop and charge it. So we go in and it's a great opportunity. Sophia hates the damn car seat. So it's a great opportunity for her to walk around. She wanted some chocolate milk. And I'm like, listen, I'll get you anything if you just behave on this road trip. Okay. Like anything. She wants an ice cream, okay? So more like a strawberry popsicle. So I get her that. We're outside. She has napkins. She's eating it. It's hot as balls. Once again, everyone has sunblock on. She's eating it. It's dripping. She looks up at Travis. She pulls up her little arm and she goes, Travis, like to hand him the lollipop. He's like, oh, you want me to hold this? And she's like, yeah. She's like nodding her head like, yeah. And he's like, can I have some? And she's like, yeah. He proceeds to take a bite and she has the biggest fucking meltdown of the world. And that meltdown lasted for about an hour and a half. Okay. So don't trust these little kids is the moral of that story. They don't mean what they say. They don't know what they want. They're tired sometimes. She's being a little sicky. It's the unpredictability of it all. And as I'm en route to take Sophia back, my other younger sibling calls. They have rented an Airbnb in Bel Air because they are going to Bayou Music Center to see the Kid Leroy. The Kid Leroy, I think, is who they love. They're the young kids. They like this guy. So his Airbnb, which I'm sure they got for dirt cheap, 2 people were taking a shower and he says it flooded. He goes, these are his exact words. Tess, the first floor flooded and it stinks like shit. Well, luckily, Big Sister has an empty fucking house, which I still don't know what I'm doing with it. And I tell him just to go over there. And then we have to call. We're on the phone with TXU Energy trying to get the emergency power turned on for them. They get there. The power's on. Great. Tessa saves the day. I've yet to go over there. I mean, the next episode of this podcast might be me bitching about what they've done to the house, but we're not there yet. Right now, I'm just a good big sister. They had a good weekend. My brother's a huge Spurs fan. Spurs are going to the NBA finals. So good weekend for him. I just told him if they could, all of his friends could pitch in because there's like 10 of them and everyone leave me like 10, $15 for cleaning and we'll be square. So, I just feel like Airbnb is just not what it used to be. It's like, I feel like they take a huge cut. The city wants, you have to enroll your house with them. They're taking the money. They're going to fine you if you're doing that. It's just, everyone needs to get their cut, right? And at the end of the day, we're left with like $2 and it's just very annoying. But speaking of services that really aren't what they used to be, we had returned from the airport. I think this was in Alaska, and I think I forgot to tell you this. So we're ordering the Uber. Travis orders the Uber, and this lady named Rhonda pulls up in a little BMW. It's like a little hatchback situation. Well, we had admittedly overpacked, but I mean, there's two of us. She's picking us up from the airport. She pulls up, takes a look at us, and she's like, "Oh no, what y'all need to do? I'm gonna cancel the ride. Y'all ain't gonna fit, and I'm not gonna let y'all hold that luggage in front." In your lap. This is a new car. And Travis is like, "Excuse me?" And he's like, "You're really putting me out here, Rhonda." And she's like, "You'll be all right." And she fucking just leaves us. So that Uber already had taken 20 minutes. Then the next one, it's like, can we just bring $25 cab ride back? Like, or $40? I don't know. It's just everything to me. All the services that were invented that were a good idea, like Uber, like Airbnb, that were like to benefit the people and to just say, hey, that hotel is like, that's not in my budget. But you know what? Renting a house with maybe less amenities is, okay, that cab cost has gotten exorbitant and I just can't afford it anymore. Oh, look, this person will give me a ride and they'll make a little cash too, get a little cash in their pocket. Same with Uber Eats, oh, they can just pick it up. I can save a little time and someone else can get the tip. Okay, cool. It's just nothing is just what it used to be. Okay, I saw the strangest phenomenon in downtown Houston the other night. We went to Taste for dinner, which amazing wings, by the way. Highly, highly recommend. And I think it was like an order of 8 wings and it was $11, something like that, which is pretty great. And these are delicious chicken wings. Anyway, as we're walking to Taste from our apartment, I see this guy set up with a tripod and they're doing like these little movements back and forth. This one guy is dressed like Spider-Man. This other guy has dreads. And they're like they look like little zombies and they're doing the same little zombie dances over and over. And I think it is called NPC streaming, like live stream commands. So they're awarded like different coins for different commands. And it was a sight to see. Babe, am I explaining that right? Come over here, Travis.
It's NPC streaming, yeah.
And what were they doing?
They just do little reactions for tips.
So give me an example of a reaction for a tip.
The one I showed you.
Which is
ice cream, so good.
Okay, do it again.
Well, give me a tip.
Okay, bing.
Ice cream, so good.
And then I give you another thing. Bing.
Ice cream, so good.
And you just keep doing that over and over. Okay, see, I'm glad you're here to clear that up. Thank you, as you were. Okay, so those were the streamers on TikTok are doing, and apparently some girl made like, how much did she make? Millions. I don't know about millions, babe. Hundreds of thousands. God, I could really use 100,000 right now. And Travis is making the bed. I'm sure you can hear him now. Anyway, keep it down, please. Close that door, please. Ice cream, so good.
That would be your NPC stream.
Silence, so good. Silence, so good. Okay. Also, speaking of TikTok, does the person making fake accounts under my name and profile currently know we are unemployed? Like, did they know? Like, why are you making a fake profile of me, of all people right now? Oh, maybe because they're like, she's unemployed. She'll be reaching out to people and asking for things. Oh, wow. Actually, that's not a bad move. And then I reported it to TikTok and it's like, okay, I'd like to report this account. Abuse this, imitating a person, imitating someone else. So boom, I click that. Who is this imitating? My friend, someone I know, me. And I'm like, it's me that they're imitating. And I click that and I submit and I come back and they're like, we didn't find anything wrong with the account. We think the account's fine. Okay, well, I guess as you were, fake Tessa, fucking go scam some people. Listen, I do not have a backup account. I leave voice notes. If people ask me a question that's too long to text you, I will just send you a voice note. You will know is my voice. And until AI really gets a hold on that, which I'm sure they will soon, it's not me. And I don't ask people for money, okay? If you are paying for something, I'm asking for sponsorships. If you know anyone that wants to sponsor this fucking podcast. Okay, there you go. Yeah, fake TikTok accounts and fake accounts in general just like grind my fucking gears. It's like, oh my gosh. I listened to this one podcast called Chameleon, and it's all about different people who scam people. And one thing that they all have in common, they're all very smart. They're all very smart. They're all very charming, and they use their powers for evil instead of good. And it just really, it's unfathomable for someone like me, because I'm like, I keep it real. I can't ever lie. Blah, 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 blah. But like, these people are out there. They're outside. So this is Travis. And he is making more noise, and he's sending me a note, and it says, thank you. So this just in. At the height of the trend, the streaming that we're talking about. Now we're going backwards again, guys. At the height of the trend, Pinky Doll made $7,000 per day with the ice cream. So good. I guess what I'll say about the scammers, like I learned through that Chameleon podcast, is that Cambodia, most of their GDP, like their biggest business in that country is like scamming other people. Scamming in the US, I think it's billions of dollars of business. And it's just unfortunate, one, that people can be taken advantage of. But I told Travis, it's kind of this circle like, hey, you don't want to educate people, you want to defund education, people are going to get fucking scammed. They're going to fall for some of this shit. And it's unfortunate. And the government, the only reason the government cares is because those billions of dollars, they could be taxing it and they want their cut. Okay. So that is that. The other night I was doing the Tonal, which is a workout mirror by like Peloton and Lululemon. And what this one lady, one of the trainers, I really like her name is Katie Wong. She did questionable things to my glutes. Like she made me do workouts with my glutes that I didn't know I could target my glutes as such, like so heavily. And it hurt to live. It hurt to live for like the next 3 days. But I did something in the middle of this workout. It was a 40-minute workout. I did something that I don't think I've ever been comfortable doing, which is listening to my body. I felt a really sharp pain in my knee, and I actually put the fucking weight down and was like, no, just do body weight. I mean, I was going in. Lil Wayne, I'm going in. Like that was me the whole workout. But this pain just kept persisting. And I'm like, I'm going to snap like my patella, my what is it called? My tendon there, my fucking, what is the knee, the meniscus, all of that you always snap, that everyone snaps. I want to say your LLC, but I know that's not what it is. Hold on, give me a minute. Babe, what is the knee that everyone injures?
ACL.
Thank you. Your ACL, Austin City Limits muscle. MCL, ACL. Okay, he's back from his dungeon. And he's walking around again. And this is like, you were like haunting this podcast. You are the ghost of this podcast. Okay, why isn't he at work? I don't know. Why isn't he building a house? I don't know. That's between him and the Lord. I think he's putting the I think he's putting the sheets on the bed. Okay, so listen, I have never been comfortable listening to my body. It's always like push through the pain. But I will be damned as a 40-year-old woman who is like unemployed kind of right now, side gigging it, gig economy. Like if I get injured too right now, oh my God, that would not be good for the brand. That would not be good for the world tour. And being injured never fails. Anytime I've been injured, I like sink into a depression. Oh my gosh, it is the worst thing. So I listen to my body. You gotta listen to your bodies, okay? And I know some people are out there rehabbing certain little injuries. They know how nagging they can be. And you also know as you get older, like they just don't heal the way they used to. So that was that. Also, this next story, I guess, is going to make me sound like a hero. Ooh, this is 2 stories now that will me being a hero. The first one with my younger brother, but this one was awesome. So it begs the question, like, who do you call when you're in a tizzy? Like, who's the first, like, if something happens and you freak out and it's an emergency and you need backup, you need some assistance, who do you call? For Ana Yeli Ruiz, on a Thursday afternoon, it was me. So she was supposed to MC a gala for LULAC. LULAC was giving away scholarships to high school students. And her work didn't want to give her the time off to do it. So she was pissed because she apparently forgot to put in the request and they weren't going to give her the time off, even though they were like sponsoring the event. So she calls me and I could tell how upset she was like, what are you doing tomorrow? And I was like, oh my God, just even the way she asked, like anything you damn need. And all she needed for me to do was to MC the gala, and it was awesome. And I ended up being at a table with the mayor. I ended up co-emceeing with the voice of the Spanish broadcast for the Astros. So he was awesome, Romero, and Francisco Romero. He was very nice, met him. Travis was like taking pictures with the mayor. We were hanging out with people from Metro. It was a tremendous, tremendous, tremendous night. So yes, I am basically Wonder Woman. Okay. Also, at the end of that award show presentation, whatever, I got a gift, and it said, for your time and talent. And it was a Visa gift card. And it paid for basically our fun weekend, our Memorial weekend. Gas, snacks, little food. And awesome. It's nice to be compensated for anything you do. And I don't have, a ton of monetary funds right now, but I'm always down to dedicate my time and talent. And the fact that you guys think I'm talented, oh my God, I'm screaming. Okay, I want to let you know that, speaking of compensation, I'm getting into the peptide game. So my friend and also former WWE Women's Wrestling Champion Celeste reached out to me and she was like, hey, this doctor, I want to introduce you to him. He's really cool. His name is Dr. K, and he's in the peptide world scene. He was wondering, if I knew any influencers, and so I thought of you. And I was like, oh my God, I'm an influencer. So he messaged me and we talked, and he has a lovely wife and family, and he is talking about, these peptides that can really help women, especially they can help women and men, really, what is the word I'm looking for? I guess age gracefully, and they can kind of counter menopause or weight gain or lethargicness, just some of the things that we experience as we get older, kind of fountain of youth type shit. And so I had my blood work drawn, which shout out to Metro. I paid $1.50 for the pass of the red line. Boom, dropped me right off at the med center, did my lab work, sent it to Dr. K. I have a call with him this week, and he's going to recommend, some peptides based on my blood work. So I'll be updating you guys more on that. So that's what I've been doing. What have I been watching? Well, Real Housewives of Atlanta is Travis's favorite franchise. And does it have anything to do with the fact that every woman on there has the biggest badonk I've ever seen? Yes, probably. He loves that show. He loves Portia Williams. He's the biggest Portia Williams fan in the world. He was so sad when they eliminated her from Traitors. And he doesn't like the other franchises. I think he thinks they're boring. But Atlanta is action-packed. Portia Williams, admittedly, is reality TV gold, as is Phaedra. And so I've been watching that, and they're just like getting into it over who is dating who, and I used to talk to this person, and you sleep with married men, no, you sleep with married men. And it's like, I kind of love it because all the ladies like kind of have these younger hot boyfriends, and I just love that for them. The Valley is very depressing right now. It's a lot of postpartum. It's a lot of little short men being mean to their beautiful wives. Also, speaking of injuries, the Valley guys suck at basketball. There's like this montage of them trying to play, and it's so bad. And then fucking Jason, Janet's boyfriend, like no one's even guarding him. No one's around him. He's just old, and he's trying to do a layup, and he like falls straight to the ground, and then boom, he has an injury. And he has like a little baby under 1 year old who has to help watch. Now Janet, who just gave this fool a baby, has she has a grown man she has to watch and the baby. Oh my God, what a nightmare. What an actual nightmare. Okay. So yeah, the Valley is like, oh my gosh. Also, there was an episode where they did a drag contest, like all the guys got into drag, and Tom Schwartz, I swear to you, look like a mix of Cinderella and Tina Belcher. Tina Belcher from Bob's Burgers, who is a cartoon. I just love it when two shows that I love somehow symbiotically like sync. There's a moment where I'm like, oh my God, fucking Tom Schwartz, Tina Belcher, is that you? So that was very funny. Also, there's a summer house scandal going on right now. I've been seeing reunion clips on TikTok. So it's this Sierra, West, and Amanda triangle. I just know from the clips that Amanda's a fucking hoe bag and I'm on Sierra's side, and West is a social status climber who like needs to be the star in the relationship. That's what I have gathered. What I did watch start to finish on Netflix, shout out to Sloan Rinaldi for giving me her password, is The Burrows. So The Burrows on Netflix is really good. It's got like Gina Davis. Okay, that's like all I can think of because I just love her in A League of Their Own. But it's like an older cat. It's like Stranger Things for geriatrics. And it's amazing. It's so, so good. So highly recommend The Burrows on Netflix. And then a while back on the plane, I think we watched, it's called The Moment with Charlie XCX, but Kylie Jenner has an appearance in there. And it's like all about, you know, Charlie having her brat summer, and it's like the things you do for fame and like kind of losing yourself. And like Kylie Jenner has worked with this one, or wanted to work with this guy named Johannes, who is like the hottest, you know, artistic creative director. And so like Charlie basically is ditching her people that have been down for her day one to go with this bigger guy. But Kylie's so jealous. Like it's just this, I couldn't tell. I'm like, is this a documentary or is this a movie? And then I'm like, oh, it's an A24 film. Okay, that checks out. A24 usually does come with some cool stuff, but I love how honest Charlie is just about, you know, how the young kids want to do blow in the bathroom and they want to do ecstasy and they want to go to these stinky dive bars. That's a critical part of growing up. And you shouldn't miss it just because social media is telling you to wake up at 5 a.m. I should be waking up at 5 a.m. Okay. I've been doing a lot of sleeping, a lot of golfing, a lot of fun things, but it is kind of time in this season to lock in. And guys, I don't want to be out right now. It's too fucking hot. You can't play baseball out there. I'm baking like a toasted cheeser. It's too hot. So remember what I told you about sunscreen. Remember how much I told you I loved you. Remember that we are on the brink of Love Island and we're going to have to lock in for that as well. So thank you for listening. A penny for my thoughts. That was like $1, okay? And that's what my thoughts are worth these days, okay? They're not worth a penny. They're $1 minimum. Not settling for less over here, girlfriends and boyfriends. Just keep sharing this, you guys. The downloads look great. Everyone is doing their part. I didn't last week because I was cosplaying as a mother, and believe me, my hair is grayer for it. I love you babies so, 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 so much. And I am trying to be better. I'm trying to make Travis better. He's in training. I am just really just trying my best. And I'm have probably a bigger announcement soon. Okay. It's not even that big of an announcement. I'm going back to radio part-time and I'm going to be able to do it remote. I'll tell you when and where you can catch me. I love y'all. I'll keep you in the know with me. If you need to tell me anything, talk about anything, test1, test2@gmail.com. I feel that's a safe thing to give out. Now don't fucking send me anything weird. Okay. I love you. Bye. T out.